Video game trailer, Death Howl.
My name is Rufus Kubica, and I am External Development Director here at 11-Bit Studios. Welcome to the dark, grim world of Death Howl, a game that blends deck building and Souls-like mechanics to tell a story of grief and acceptance. In this video, you will join me for one of the game's quests, so I can show you how Death Howl comes to life. In Death Howl, you play as Howl, a mother dealing with grief after the loss of her son, Olvi. To find Olvi, you will descend into the spirit world, a rotting, forsaken place where survival demands grit, cunning, and a will to fight. Howl will never back down, because stopping means losing him forever. What you will see here is just a small glimpse of what's in the full game, which has 13 biomes and over 30 enemy types to challenge you. Right now, Howl is heading into a biome we call the Meadows of Delusion. It's early in the game, so it's a good place to get the hang of deck building, combat strategy, and some of our other unique mechanics. From here, we will head over to the side quest titled Balancing the Scales. And this quest actually has a little twist we will get into later. For now, you just need to know that you are helping a suffering fish recover its missing scales. To find them, you will explore the biome and fight enemies in turn-based, grid-based battles, the core of the Death Howl experience. Start by placing Howl on the grid. Identify the enemies you will face and think about the possible opening moves before you lock it in. From here on, every turn counts. Each turn, you and your opponents take actions on the tactical grid. Every mana point moves Howl one square, or you can spend it to play cards from your deck. You decide whether to act right away or hold your position to avoid danger. Step into the enemy's attack range and they will use their own tricks against you. Gloomcrog, this frog-like creature, can lash out with its tongue and pull you in. Slopslug can poison Howl and hide behind its shell to block your attacks. Like any game with Souls-like elements, Death Howl is about learning enemy patterns. Every fight teaches you something about your enemies, your strategy, and the path forward, even if you have to fail a few times to get there. This is just the beginning. Later on, the combat opens up into wild, creative combos that can turn the tide in a single turn. Take Triple Strike. On its own, it's just 3 damage, so it's not extremely impressive, especially since you need to discard 2 cards to play it. But then add Enchant Weapon, which adds 1 damage to your next attack. And then follow up with Lightning Strike, which deals 2 damage for every card discarded. And suddenly, that small move becomes a devastating chain reaction that can wipe out enemies in a single play. Combat in Death Howl is meant to be challenging. In every fight, you are juggling movement, ranged and melee attacks, enemy positioning, and what attacks may be used next. Understanding your enemies is key, and rethinking your approach to a tough fight is part of the experience. After a battle, pick up any dropped materials, and in a few moments we will show you how it influences your deck. The game is open world, but progress is mostly gated by combat encounters between sacred groves, which act as your save points. Any health you lose between groves is gone until you reach the next one, so managing it is critical. Cards are crafted from materials and the titular howls you earn by defeating enemies. Materials can also be found in the world, so pay attention to your surroundings, complete side quests, and gather what you can. Each card has its own cost, effect, and synergies. And because each biome offers its own craftable cards, not all of them will be as useful outside the place where you found them. This mysterious rock formation is one of the sacred groves, a place where you heal and can also trade the howls taken from fallen enemies for teardrops, an important resource that lets you learn new skills. One of those skills will come in handy very soon. It is called Overwhelmed. In combat, you will be able to unleash the skill, boosting the damage of all cards played on that turn. Here you can also grab the first fish scale for our side quest. And now let us head into the next fight to see why that matters. This time you are facing some new opponents. Dreadfins have a special counterattack. If you hit them, they will dash right through you. It is best to fight them with impossible terrain at your back. Dire Shrooms, on the other hand, can pull you in and hit you with a powerful attack. And here is the twist we teased earlier. After you draw cards in this fight, you will notice the fish scale you picked up is now in your deck. It can be quite useful in certain circumstances, but it is taking up an extra slot in your draw, and if you don't play it, it stays in your hand. Add in other surplus cards like Wound, inflicted by certain attacks, and your deck can get clogged pretty fast. This is where Overwhelmed can become particularly useful. It adds 1 damage to every attack on this turn, which can make up for the cards that are missing in your hand due to having fish scales. Using cards like Aim for the Heart, which is available early on in the game and which is dealing 3 damage, can become a lethal tactic thanks to the little bit of extra power coming from Overwhelmed. After the fight, another fish scale gets added to your deck. Let's move on. This fight may look simple, except you are already feeling the weight of those scales in your deck. Since we know these enemies, let's focus on another strategy: chaining cards to get the most out of them. Let's start with the first strike. Use it before the enemy acts and you will get 2 mana back, enough to attack again right away. With the mana we got back, we can use Distraction to get close to the enemy and then Sharpen Weapon to make an even more powerful card combo. And finally, we use Furious Strike. It starts at 4 mana, but every card you play on this turn reduces its cost by 1. Play it at the end of the chain, when its cost has dropped, to hit hard with maximum impact for minimal cost. Now we head southwest, adding more scales to our pockets. Let us take a quick detour here. The world of Death Howl offers many points of interest like this, enriching the story or simply serving as a curious distraction along the way. Balancing the scales quest is almost done, so let's jump into the final encounter. You are up against an Elder Dreadfin, a regular Dreadfin, and a Gloomcroak. The Elder is fast and hits hard, so keep your distance and be very careful. The real highlight here is the fruit tree in the middle of the grid. If you open with Quick Strike on the Dreadfin, it will get knocked back 2 spaces into the tree. That not only increases the damage it takes, but also gives you a fruit card of your choice. These can poison an enemy, fill your mana, or give you more cards to play. Watch for terrain features like this. They can add another tactical layer to your fights. We will skip ahead to the end of the fight. The reward? The final fish scale. Time to return it to its owner. The fish finally has its scales back, and along with the hefty rewards, we have freed up some much needed space in our deck. Let's take a look at what we have earned. First, more precious teardrops. Since we already have Overwhelmed, we could upgrade it or explore other abilities Rogue can learn. Take Spirit Cards, an ability to acquire unique cards from the enemies you defeated, unlocking new strategies to further grow your deck. We've also picked up a Pearl Totem, which gives us a good chance to talk more about those powerful items. Totems give ongoing effects that can change how you approach combat, from boosting certain cards to altering your starting bonuses. The Pearl Totem allows you to discard a card during battle, and then it grants you block equal to its cost. As you gain experience, the number of totem slots increases. In Death Howl, your deck, skill tree and totems work together as a flexible ecosystem. Tweak one, and your whole strategy can shift. The Meadows of Delusion are just one step in Roll's spiritual journey. Here, you learn that every card, every totem, and every choice shapes your survival in the eerie spirit world you must cross to reclaim your sun. What happens in the end? Well, you can discover for yourself in the full game. Don't forget to wishlist Death Howl on Steam and get ready for a deck building experience like no other.
PlayStation